Hello everyone, my name is Aide and today I will be doing my technique demonstration on CBT, which stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. I am going to be reading to you some notes that I have taken for CBT to fully understand what CBT does. So CBT aims to improve the mental health while it helps with depression, anxiety, and trauma. It also focuses on challenging and changing unhelpful cognitive distortion and behaviorals while improving emotional regulation. And it develops coping strategies that target the current problem that you may have. So for today's activity, you'll be needing your journal, a notebook, or just simply a piece of paper. I do want to say that CBT main goal is to help that person feel better. CBT consists of three elements that are behavioral. Your feelings, your thoughts, and your behavior. They all have an impact on each other. So your feelings affect your thoughts, while your thoughts affect your behavior. And if you think about it the other way, because CBT is a cycle, your behavior will have an impact on your thoughts, while your thoughts have an impact on your feelings. So you're going to pull out your journal, your notebook, or your piece of paper, and you're going to divide your piece of paper into sections. It should look something like this. I just pulled out a piece of paper because I think it would just make it easier for me to explain it to you. So your first section is going to be your situation, and I'll elaborate that as we move on. Your second section is going to be your feelings. Remember, your feelings consist of your emotion and physical, so we're going to scale that from 1 to 10. Your third section is going to be your unhelpful thoughts, unhelpful behaviors that you may have due to your current situation. Your fourth section are going to be your alternative thoughts. In other words, we're going to reframe your unhelpful thoughts that you had in section 3 and put them in your alternative thought, and as well as your alternative behavior. And your sixth section is going to be your feelings after you have noted your alternative thought and behavior. So take a moment of silence or take a deep breath and just relax for a couple seconds and think of a situation or something you have experienced that has caused you for your feelings to have an impact on your thoughts, as well as your thoughts have an impact on your behavior. So take a moment and think about that, and that's going to be your situation that we're going to be using for this technique. Okay, so for myself, I am going to be using, my situation is going to be, when I was younger, I grew a lot of anxiety when I had to go and present in front of the class. It made me very anxious and my face would just turn really red and I hated it. So then we're going to move on to the second section and we're going to put that on a scale from 1 to 10. So I'm going to put that on a scale on the number 9 because it was just really bad. I hated it. I remember I would do anything just to get out of it because I just did not like presenting in front of class, especially because my face would turn really red, like a tomato. So we're going to go through our third section and we're going to think about our unhelpful thoughts, helpful thoughts and unhelpful behaviors that we had from our current situation. So for myself, since I grew anxiety when I presented in class, I just thought really negative. I never wanted to do it. Every time that I knew this was going to happen, I never raised my hand. I never volunteered. Because it just made me very anxious. So once you have your thoughts, unhelpful thoughts and unhelpful behavior, we're going to move to your alternative thought. Your alternative thought, remember, is reframing your unhelpful thought you had for your current situation. So I'm going to think for myself, I'm going to think of an alternative thought that I could have for these unhelpful thoughts that I had for my anxious of not wanting to present in class. So for example, I could just write down, well, if I do it, I will just get better at it. Why not maybe volunteer going first in class? That way, if I get practice, I'll get better at it. My alternative behavioral could be my alternative behavioral for my unhelpful behavioral could be, well, I need to do it. I just need to do it. It's gonna take time, but I could move little by little, and by the end, I will overcome my anxiety of presenting in front of class. And last but not least, you're gonna think of your feelings after you have thought of your feelings after you have jot down your alternative thought and behavior. So what are your feelings after you came up with alternative thoughts and alternative behavior from your situation? So my feelings for my situation would be, you know what, this is a situation that I can overcome. I just need a little bit more practice. I need to put a little bit more effort in myself. And if I were to do that, then I will not be as anxious as I once did. So hopefully you were able to follow along. I do want to share that this is something that I did actually experience through my life growing up, especially because English is not my first language. So there was more anxiety there because I had to present in class and I just wasn't sure if I would be able to pronounce the terminology right. So I did do it little by little. I actually got better at it in high school and just got even more better in college because I don't know, I just feel like once you get a little bit better, little grown, you mature a little bit, and I don't know, it takes practice, but there's just some time to it as well. Of course, it doesn't always have the best. Not every situation has the same outcome. I know that if someone were to be depressed or if they had some trauma, their situation would be different. But I think this log, if it were to be repeated, it would really benefit the client as well as a therapist because they're able to see their situation, their feelings, as well as what could have been different, as well what the outcome of your last section. And there, the therapist could just see a repetitive pattern or just focus on coping strategies to help alleviate this this situation. So I hope you enjoyed the technique demonstration. I will be looking out for your feedback, and anything you did not understand, please let me know. But yeah, thank you for watching.